Hi, Tony here, and welcome back to Views from the Man Cave. This is the second part of the how-to that I was asked to show on the part 2 of the review of the bike. You've seen previously the instruction video how to take the headlamp apart to be able to paint this. The next section was the bezel here that I painted, so people have been asking how to take the speedometer off. So we'll go through that now. You can do it with the headlamp in place, but it is a little bit awkward to get to everything. So what I'll do first is just drop the headlamp out of place, and again this is very simple. There's just 2 bolts on the brace here either side. 5mm, I've got 5mm Allen keys. I'm not sure, I think from the factory it might fit with star, but I changed mine out. So I'll take those bits off, move the headlight out of the way, and then I can show you how we need to get on with stuff. So let's just do this quickly. That's one side, put that safely over there. So there you go, 2 bolts safely out of the way. You can then just I'll just wiggle this forward just enough to move it down to be able to access these 2 Allen key bolts that sit under here that hold the cover on. So I'll whip those out as well now. Apologies for the camera work, I'm kind of doing this on my own, so I might move in and out of focus. I haven't got a helper to film me, he's still in bed. So let's get these off and you can see where we're going from there. Okay, so these 2 bolts that hold the cover on are 3mm sockets. Okay, so that's safely off. I'll put those 2 bolts out of the way. And here you can see you've got the arms for the brackets, part of this bracket, and to remove the Speedo, they're just 3 star-headed bolts. You can leave this little black plastic piece in the section here. You'll see this I'll tag in some close-ups, but this little plastic piece can be done here. If you undo this, and this star nut and unplug the cable, then that speedometer can just lift out. So we'll go ahead and do that now. These bolts have a washer on there, so be careful that you don't lose those as you pull those out. Okay, so that's all 3 of those bolts out there now. There's the bottom 2 screws have got a little pin that push into the plastic bung. So there's plastic bungs here, here and here, so those 3 pins stick onto that. But just with those 3 bolts out undone, that's that. Unplug the cable, which is a bit tough to get to. That's because I haven't pulled back the rubber to expose the little release pin. Release pin, off that comes, and there we go, there's the Speedo ready to be taken apart. So let's get that onto the bench and show you how to take this bezel off. So the Speedo is off the bike. Here's the unit, and it's actually quite a slimline unit. I think there's potential. I'm going to have a look at maybe making a slightly slimmer case to go over that, just to shorten the profile of it. But it comes off in one nice unit, and obviously I think Triumph have been thinking about these things. This was originally silver. Anybody who's got one of those will see. I wanted to change that. It is a simple case of undoing 1, 2, 3, 4 screws on the outside there. Let's whip those off quickly. Okay, all 4 screws out now, and then that piece just simply lifts off. So it's a plastic piece. I then just spent some time flattening that down, priming it, and painting it. I think the finish actually has come out pretty well, and this is just a rattle can job, if I'm being honest. The one thing I wasn't sure about was you've got the lights here, for the indicators and main beam and neutral. I suspect, looking at the tabs that are behind here, that these just pushed out. I gave it a little push, it didn't come easily, so for fear of breaking those, all I did was very carefully mask them up. So a bit of masking tape in them with a fine blade, just cut around to make sure they were covered inside and out. And then just went ahead and painted the rest of the thing, and then took the peeling off, and if there's any bits that you can miss, you can touch those up afterwards. But again, very simple. I think a very effective way of changing that. I personally prefer the black to the silver, and it's not a difficult job for somebody who wants to do. So I'll get this back on the bike and we'll finish off. So, a pretty easy job. It's only a few bolts and screws, nothing to be too scared about. I know there's always a little bit of anxiousness. I'm sitting here with a bike that I first did that when the bike was maybe 2 days old. It was raining outside, I couldn't ride it, so I thought, right, okay, let's do something. But it's not intimidating. It is, with modern bikes, it's a few screws and a few plugs, or one plug. Very easy to do, nothing to be worried about. So again, if you like the videos, please click subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter, which is @ManCaveViews, or on Facebook. If you've got any questions, if you want to see anything else around the bike, or any more how-tos, if you've got any requests for gear as well, just let me know on any of those social media platforms, and I'll do my best to do something for you. So until the next time, see you later.